Hey, 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 welcome to the Angel Channel, episode 72. The last angel in the Shem Ha Mephorash, and the last card in the angel deck that we've been going through card by card for 72 weeks now. I'd love to do a shout out. What's up, Alana, Natalie, Inga? Good to see you. Arnie, happy to have you. Spectra, what's up, girl? You're happy these days, aren't you? Tom, good to see you, buddy. Catbird Angel, welcome back. Glad to see you. So yeah, before we get cranking, um, just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Fried Okra Entertainment, and the guys, Ernie Mosteller, and the guys at Fried Okra. Amazing creative people. I left a link at the top of the chat thing, friedokra.tv. If you get a moment, give it a look around, and definitely always consider them for your next creative assignment. So it's kind of a bittersweet night for me. It's like, you know, staying on something for 72 weeks in a row, really crazy. I don't know. Dedication's not the right word, but it's been a real mission. And I was doing a lot of reviewing over the weekend, and a lot of new people I've gotten to meet, and I'm really grateful for, and being able to share our practice sessions and create the energy environments that we've been creating. Just really amazing. And I've really furthered my own practice and gotten to hone and work on my abilities through this. So super grateful for that. We all take our place in the chain. And, I'm just absolutely excited that another couple of people contacted me this week and have been working on the spins. My friend Natalie that we showed last week, she called me back again. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I want to talk about that. Your comment was you started pulling it. By the way, did you get a full spin yet? How much of the clock did you get? You mentioned that you started pulling it instead of pushing it, and that it was easier. That's always the case. It's always one or the other that is kind of the dominant part in people. And that's a really great little piece to have, because now as you move on to other effects, materializations, all kinds of stuff, you'll know that where your strength is. So we'll really practice a lot on your projecting, because we want to bring those two things up equally. But super kudos. Can't tell you how gratifying it is that you latched on and really made some headway. Yeah. Inga, our friend Inga is one of the people that got a spin. I haven't gotten the video yet for her, but I'm sure that'll be forthcoming. And it's curious that her preference was pulling it as well. Kind of funny. And a bit of just Sebring news. My good friend Jilly just moved down from Long Island. Really happy to have her in the hood, and she'll be making the rounds with me, and I'll be introducing you to. Just don't throw anything at her. I love Jilly. I'm really happy that she's in the hood and we can visit in person more often. So, welcome. Um, I've gotten a flood of videos on my YouTube recommendations thing with videos, people talking about not using, like, don't use the words I am. Like, what? And so I watched a couple of them, and they're all about, I can't really disagree with the point they're making, but they're taking it to a really skewed area. The words I am are some of the most powerful words in the universe. They're the words of making. They're the words God used when he started separated from his formless self and started considering himself. Throughout the rest of creation, those words have been used to create. And for that reason, these videos were talking about, oh, I'm depressed. I'm like, and they just attached it to every single stupid thing that you could make yourself miserable with. So I would just love to, say, you're glancing through YouTube and you see one of those things, just remember that I am is your key to creating your entire universe. And it's not just the words that you're saying, like, yeah, I'm whatever, man. But like, if you start taking the energy that we've learned about gathering and really firing up your frequency, raising and elevating your frequency, and using that to charge that intent up with I am, and you're doing that not just out of, oh, I'm full, or it's just some blow off thing, but you're doing it with intent. I am in the light fully, or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to create and make a reality, those words said out loud with intent and energy behind it will make those happen. So it's also, it's a little bit like giving people a gun, but not training them to use it. Those words are super powerful. So you need to use them with discretion and really learn where and how and why you want to use them, and use them with responsibility so that you're creating the reality you want, not the one you hate. Yeah, it's kind of easy to do that. Let's see here. Who else we got? Linda Martin, welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. A friend of mine asked me about my friend Patty, who does the Tibetan bowl meditations I participate in on Fridays. Hey, what's the deal? What's the background on Cinco de Mayo? And the truth of the matter is, Cinco de Mayo is completely made up holiday in order to sell beer. I think it was not Coors, Corona. Corona came up with that campaign a long time ago, Happy Cinco de Mayo, and they made it seem like it was a real Mexican holiday. I have a really good Mexican friend, man. Every time I would mention Cinco de Mayo, I say, stop being a gringo, man. It's like, there's no holiday. Yeah, okay, I get it. But it's a good reason to have a beer and a margarita and some chips and some really super spicy salsa, man. One of the ways to my heart, super spicy salsa. Okay, I had a really interesting conversation with a friend of mine this weekend who's a very good practitioner, and we both sort of share an ability in far seeing, and far seeing is being able to see 5-10 years in the future. And he asked me a question, and I wasn't sure I had the answer, or I did have the answer, and then I went back and reconsidered that, and I've been back and forth 5 or 6 times. So I'm going to throw this question out to you guys too, and I would love to get your answers. So if you had the ability to see 5-10 years in the future, and you reached out like 6 or 7 years, and you saw something like really awful, like end of world awful kind of scenario, just terrible. Not really anything that anybody can do about it. So with that knowledge, would you say something or keep your mouth shut? That's what I want to know. Would you try to warn people and tell them, tip them to that, or would you just blunder on and let the inevitable take place and bless it, the bliss of ignorance? I'd love to know what your answers are, so let me know. So my relationship with the Shem Ha Mephorash goes back about, well, yeah, about more than that, back in the early 90s. So we're talking 30, 35 years. And I wound up getting my first set of crystal bowls, and the person that was that I got those bowls from was really connected to angelic magic and shared a bunch of stuff about how to use those with angels, and the fact that they create this really perfectly collimated spiral of energy up out of them as you make them sing, and that those are really amazing connections to the angelic realm. And I started experimenting with that, and shortly after that I was in the middle of this amazing book I have called The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. And it's just a great compendium of like every kind of metaphysical current that you could find. One of those was the Shem Ha Mephorash and its connection to the Kabbalah. And it really struck me, and I got deeply into that. And 2 or 3 days after I started really delving into that, I was doing the crystal bowls and just doing everything I could to call the angels and see if they would show up and talk to me. And I'd stop playing, and all of a sudden there was this really strange quiet that fell over my apartment. Like it was so pristine, and it felt like, it's like looking out at like a newly fallen snow that is just perfect and pristine, and you don't even want to touch it because it's just so beautiful. And that's how that felt. And that was a very profound evening as I experienced that. Really, for the first time, the smells, oh my goodness. And ever since then, I've been really super connected. I wound up kind of diverting into some other, I did my African thing, my African witch doctor thing for about 5.5 years. And I was pretty much just immersed in that. But after that period of time with me, I reconnected, and they had been an integral part of my magic for a long time. And then when the deck got created, that was a profound experience beyond words to like connect with those, to create each one of those. Like I used the juice that we were doing to move the rod, like just really jacked up some beautiful copal, clear crystal copal, with the intent to give them a medium to materialize and for them to show themselves to me. And each one of those was just a ritual in and of itself. And then on that evening, I would shoot those during the day because I shot all those smoke shots in the sun, backlit in the sun. And then that evening, I did the channeling for each of those for the readings. And each one of those readings, while they wind up being for everybody else in a compressed little period of time, all of those were sort of for me too. And it was overwhelming, to say the least, but the richest, one of the richest, and continues to be one of the richest experiences I have. And I have a really deep relationship with them now. They're not just like, I talk to them all the time, especially my birthday angel, man. We have this really intense thing. So anyway, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I wanted to show you a couple of pieces of art from the time that I first got the bowls. So I always, that, you know, my art, like my light painting stuff, you know, I talk about it being connected to my magic, but every single piece of artwork I've made for the last 40 years for myself has been connected in a big way to some way visualizing some really profound um, connection or some ritual or something that I've learned. And this connecting with the angels and connecting with those bowls. Let's see, am I making this bigger? No, I'm not. Let's see, can I make that bigger? No. Okay. I'm being inept and I can't figure out how to make my here, let's try that. There we go. How's that? No, that doesn't change yours at all. Okay. All right. Anyway, this was an evening where, like, this place, there's this shimmer to them, this sound that surrounds them. That's not exactly music. It's not a specific tone, but it's a shimmer and a sound that just like gives me goosebumps. And to have all of them connect that evening in kind of an initial way, and each of them give me their little piece for me to start contemplating, really, 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 really profound. So, yeah, I got one more. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So let's see, how big can you see that? So this um, is kind of a graphic representation of the first part of my journey. And each one of these kind of circles, like this is um, the uh, the seal of Mercury, and around the outside of the circle it says knowledge and virtue and wisdom are in his house, and the knowledge of all things dwell with him forever. And I always use that to like go scarfing out and keeping that as a kind of benchmark on where to keep my uh, sensibilities about what I was working on, especially since this next thing up here is the Circle of Solomon that Solomon used to summon and uh, subdue the angels or the demons that he used to build the temple. And then each one of these little guys out here are a different, like my African stuff, sigils, and the whole like travel down that way, my whole like Golden Dawn kind of scenario. So each one of those was a specific period of time and a specific period of learning. And the reason it's not a path and that you can't really see, but the bridge is like falling apart, the rocks are all collapsing. It's like leaving behind that time. And up here at the very top of it is a circle of angels around a little wizard standing on top of this little piece of rock. And they're kind of circling and traveling around this wizard. And the wizard's going up into that space with them and leaving the road that has been traveled. Yes. All right. So anyway, we're going to get on with some business here. All right. We're going to do a special cleansing tonight. It'll be a 4 elemental cleansing, but it's going to be a bit different than we've done before. And I want everybody out there that's like been using their energy to like get really jacked up this evening. Okay. So we're going to create some sacred space. Then we're going to do a little blank space breathing. I love writing down to there. And when we get to blank space, stay there. Keep your eyes closed and stay in that space. And then we're going to go right into the cleansing and then guided meditation. And as always, everybody that wants a reading, please put your name down in the chat thing, and I will joyously get to you at the end of the show. All right, here we go. With the brilliant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space and make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space and make this place pure. We joyously come together this evening to create our energetic circle, our sacred space, our place of safety and sanctuary, truth and light. We ask that all the angels be with us to celebrate this evening and share in the joy of basking in the light of the source. We ask that you share your truth, your knowledge, and your unconditional love. And we ask that we have ears to hear, eyes to see, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, every bit. Infinite unconditional love. And our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. Welcome, everyone. Wow. It's going to be a crazy night. Okay. Stop. You know, before we blast on to our meditation, I want to present the last card. MUMIAH, Angel of Endings and Rebirth. A very intense circumstance has gone awry. You are exhausted because you have chosen to direct your anger and frustration inward rather than saying what's on your mind. It has clouded your vision of how beautiful life actually is. The dream represents a promise. The actuality has to be worked for. Visualize clearly your dreams and personal hopes for a happy family if you wish them to be realized. Quit over analyzing. Be more spontaneous. Be more spontaneous. Be more spontaneous. Allow your inner emotional contentment to radiate out in all aspects of your life, and you will know abiding satisfaction. There can be serious problems with your emotional families. They may be on a different path now. The group is taking advantage of you. The emotions of the group may be healthy within the group, but may be too self-serving in the bigger picture. Time to move on. Yeah. Intense angel. You know, when you move on and new stuff shows up instead of the things that you try to rationalize putting up with. All right. Let's get cleaned up a little bit here. All right. We're going to do our cleansing breath. Ride down to 0 breath. And stay in that space after we finish the third one. And we're going to go right into the grounding. Okay. All right. I want you to use your solar plexus when you draw in. And when you draw in, don't just draw air, but reach out for this beautiful gold, warm gold healing energy. Just fill yourself to capacity, man. When you've got it, you think you've got a full breath, pack in a little more, okay? And then when we ride down to 0 space, as we're going down, just turn off, like you're going in deeper and deeper and deeper, which is exactly what you're doing, into yourself. And all the noise of the world and everything else starts falling away until you're just being. And you're in that space where there's nothing and everything and a moment of absolute perfection. All right, 3 times. Here we go. Inhale in through your nose. Use your solar plexus. Really pack it in. And release. Turning off the machine. You're sinking down into the depths of who you are. No mind. Body relaxed. Deeper. Silence. Inhale. Really fill it up. Golden light. And release into the silence. Relax your shoulders, all the muscle tension out of your body. Deeper, deeper. Silence. Inhale, last one. Really pack this one. And release. No mind. No world. No time. Deeper. Deeper. Silence. Okay. Stay in that space. Just breathe slowly and regularly. All right. You're standing in the blank, in the silence. And from the bottom of your feet, little wisps of bright blue flame start coming up from the ground and spiraling slowly around your body, up your legs, crackly blue, up your stomach, arms, chest, your head. And that energy is cleaning all the negative energy, any negative energy of any kind, of our own construction or anyone else's. Flames are moving faster. The spiral is going faster and faster. Your aura is bright, crackling with clear, beautiful color. The spiral moves out from your body, dissipates. Deep breath. Hold your head up toward the face up towards the sky. We're going to ground any emotional goo, anger, pain, fear, resentment, grief. And as you're standing there, you feel a drop of warm rainwater fall right on your forehead, on your third eye. And another, and another, and another. And you're just in this beautiful, beautiful, warm, soothing water. It's now coating your whole body. And into that water, you release all of those emotions. You release who you are, your personality. You release everything except your light and being in this moment. And as the water drains away slowly down your body, you feel refreshed and clean and bright, unburdened by the past, unburdened by the future, fully present. And now a beautiful wind, a beautiful cool breeze circles you. Grounding and removing any negative thoughts, any negative mental thought forms. Negative thoughts sent by you, negative thoughts sent by others. And the wind rushes around you, it just blows your hair, it just adds a whole nother level of sparkle to your aura. And now, from the bottom of your feet, little crystals of salt form a circle around you, drawing any material impurities, blockages. And slowly that circle moves up your entire body. All of that moving to the salt and flies off into the wind. All right. Now you're all sparkly. I want you to gather your energy into your solar plexus. Each deep breath, draw the energy in your body into your solar plexus, making your solar plexus a spinning star in the center of your light. Wow. Okay. And now out a little bit in the distance, 10, 20 yards away, you see a wispy mist starting to form, glowing with a beautiful gold. And the wisps circle around, making a vortex of energy. There's a feeling of bliss and calm and peace and absolute belonging. And in front of you, in the edge of the mist, you see an elongated egg shape of light start to form in the mist. And it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And slowly it starts to move towards you. And you feel this joy and this compassion and a knowing, like this is somebody that you've known forever. And in your mind, you understand that it's your birthday angel sending you greetings, reminding you of the times they saved you falling off the cliff from making this stupid decision, being there, protecting you even while they're letting you experience your human journey. And off in the circle that's still spinning, you see more lights start to form all around you. You turn around and the entire circle is filled with bright lights, not just an orb of light, but energy swirling around it. And you realize that all of those lights are the entirety of the 72 angels. And you notice threads of golden light emanating from each one of them and connecting to you. Filling you with their energy and their joy and their bliss and their absolute love of the source and their wish to elevate you. And that energy just runs through you, just in an indescribable feeling, empowering. Your light gets brighter and brighter. And as you look out into the light, you realize that each one of those lights is sort of spreading these diaphanous energy wings, all of different colors, sparkling, radiating light. And it's like this show they're putting on for you. Just, check it out. And the feelings just keep radiating. You keep getting brighter. And the angels all start getting brighter as well. Brighter and brighter and brighter until you can hardly see anything. And then, boom! There's nothing but light. No forms. And an absolute bliss as you realize that you and the angels and the source are all one, always, eternal, never alone. Empowered. Slowly the light starts to fade. The shimmery sound starts to go silent. You find yourself back in your body. Taking a deep breath and letting the energy spread throughout every part of you. And you realize that you've brought back a piece of all the angels and the source itself. All right. Our journey is complete. Slowly start coming back into yourself. A couple of nice, really deep breaths. All right. I got goosebumps on the goosebumps on the goosebumps on that one. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, let's get to some readings. Oh, I'm glad. Thanks, you guys. All right, readings coming up. This one's for you, Alana. Yeah, concentrate, baby. Connect really hard. Words of wisdom from my really good friend, Alana. Words of wisdom from my good friend, Alana. Words of wisdom from my good friend, Alana. Number 45. Wow, they're so loud. You guys, hold on for a second. Number 45, the angel of motivation and willfulness. All right. Sorry, I was a little bogus here. I didn't get our guys brought up yet. Share screen. There we go. All right, number 45. It's a happy time. You're experiencing the presence of healing, revitalizing, and renewing, regenerating emotional pleasure. Memories of the past fill you with a warm joy. A new relationship and a new place are possibilities. You will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain. You will have a chance to relocate, a new job offer, or a new group of friends who will have much in common. There could be a surprising inheritance on the way. Take advantage. You know, that inheritance thing can be a lot of things, not what that normally represents. You've got like spiritual gifts just sitting there waiting for you to take them. Take advantage of your opportunities to let the people you love know how much you love them. Do not hold back. You are a romantic who will always fall for the hearts and flowers routine. Aren't we all? You enjoy being showered with love and you are hungry for tender words and a caring touch. Yeah, the planet for this is the sun, which is absolute success and joy, and the Six of Cups, which is emotional satisfaction on a very, very, very deep level. All right. Let's see who's next. Spectra, this one's for you, girlfriend. Yeah. Concentrate. 3 deep breaths. Let go and connect, which seems like a contradiction, but it's not. Words of wisdom from my good friend Spectra. Words of wisdom from my good friend Spectra. Words of wisdom from my good friend Spectra. Number 57, the angel of discernment. Well, the tarot card for this is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about like really mastering your craft, and you're on top of your game and you're getting recognized and compensated for it. But it means that you need to also, like the second you get on top, there's a whole host of people trying to take you down. So make sure that like whatever you're innovating and whatever idea you come up with, that even as you're enjoying your process with that you keep innovating and come up with the next idea so that you stay ahead. Clear priorities, an excellent plan, and an overabundance of persistence. You are unified. Your mind, heart, and spirit are all working for the same goal. Woohoo! You have real passion for your work. You are at the peak of your game and you can make great progress now. You have great skill, ability, and talent to wield them. Your work is recognized and your efforts can finally be rewarded. You have the ability to create and work out practical plans for any project, advancing step by step. You ground your vision in the practical world through physical effort. Clarify your priorities and commitments. Remain resolute on the endeavors that you want to make manifest in your life. Create with patience and tender, loving care. Your creativity will pay off and your ship will come in. Hard work and dedication to your goal will result in mastery. Your best hard work and dedication to your goal will result in mastery. Your best work combines both your spiritual understanding and your technical skills with energy and desire. All right, Arnie, this one's for you. By the way, I've got a lot of people signed up. Happy to get to everybody. Just have patience with me and stick through it. It's kind of a special evening anyway. I'm not all that in a hurry to call it quits. All right, Arnie, deep breath, bring it down, really connect. Let me get a good shuffle here. Words of wisdom for my friend Arnie. Words of wisdom for my friend Arnie. Words of wisdom for my friend Arnie. Oh, they're so loud tonight. They're having a party. All right, number 7. Angel of Patience. That's a trippy card, man. I mean, that's a guy standing right there. Out of incense smoke. Still trips me out all these years later. Karmic lessons, man, they're never easy. Accept this and understand the challenge. Don't surrender. Find your new treasures in the rubble of the old. New potentials are created by this setback. Worry takes you out of the moment. Jinsen Jitsu, back in the moment. The only place where you can affect change. Worry takes you out of the moment. The only place where you can affect change. Live in the moment and handle the bumps as they come. Stay clear of the what ifs of tomorrow or the if onlys of yesterday. You're experiencing a deep spiritual need. Yeah, they're calling to you really hard, dude. Some expanded areas you might want to explore. Numbers, dude. Deep numbers. Okay. Numbers. Your preoccupation with the past and the future has you stuck in a loop. You have accustomed yourself to that suffering. A difficult collapse can free you. Whether or not you can recycle the debris of the collapse into something better totally depends on you and the people you surround yourself with. When you find things difficult to understand, keep positive and look for the light ahead. Everything changes. Nothing is forever, not even a bad situation. Yeah, new avenues, Arnie. There's so many currents, so many flavors. Learn to ride the astral, my brother. Yeah. You know, they've been loud before during the course of the show, but they just are screaming. All right, Whitney. This one's for you, Whitney. You're a little scattered. Take a nice couple of deep breaths. There you go. Connect. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom for my friend Whitney. Words of wisdom for my friend Whitney. Words of wisdom for my friend Whitney. Number 2, the angel of love and wisdom. Enough is enough is enough. The sludge of dissatisfaction has coated you for too long. I hope we scrape some of that off this evening. If not, call me later this week. We'll figure that out. You're ready to flip it and make whatever changes needed to overhaul the whole thing. Let go of the restricting beliefs that limit the limitless you. Yeah. Sometimes your obligations own you. I mean, obligations are obligations, but sometimes they take too deep a bite out of you, and there's not really much left after that. The discovery of your ultimate potential is in your grasp. Seize the moment with everything you have. The vital energy excuse me, the vital energy to explore your new world is there for you. Taking the empty handed leap into the void is never easy. Man, no kidding. Leaving behind the past and the things you've used to define you can really rock your world. Stay the course and give it your all. Be balanced and in tune with the energy world, and you will feel yourself emerging from your imprisonment. You reclaim so much energy and joy. The waves of wonder wash over you. Face the fear of the unknown. Look it right in the freaking eye. Embrace those emotions, for they are the fertile soil for new life. Swim in the energetic ocean and enjoy your sweet freedom. Woohoo! They're so nice tonight. All right, Inga, you're up. Focus, focus, focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Always remember to blast them with juice. Ha! You got tonight's card, which we'll read again just because, I don't know what. Yeah. A very intense circumstance has gone awry. You are exhausted because you have chosen to direct your anger and frustration inward rather than saying what's on your mind. It has clouded your vision of how beautiful life actually is. The dream represents a promise. The actuality has to be worked for. Visualize clearly your dreams and personal hopes for a happy family if you wish them to be realized. Quit over analyzing. Be more spontaneous. Allow your inner emotional contentment to radiate out in all aspects of your life, and you will know abiding satisfaction. There can be serious problems with your emotional families. They may be on a different path now. Yeah, that happens. This group is taking advantage of you. The emotions of the group may be healthy within the group, but may be too self serving in the bigger picture. It's time to move on. All right. Linda Martin, you're up next. Deep breath. Yeah, okay. Words of wisdom from my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Words of wisdom for my friend Linda. Number 46, the angel of perceiver and revealer. After being deeply hurt and healing, you face the real test. Can you accept an apology? Can you truly forgive and let go? Love with the trust and receptivity of a child, and out of this pleasurable experience, you will be regenerated and renewed. You will emanate that pleasure, and the feeling will be extended to everyone around you. Delays are only a test of your strength and will. Be proactive, not reactive. Yeah, finish filling out that form. Just be quiet, still, and center yourself within. When highly anticipated plans are delayed, see it as an opportunity that it will be better next time. Accept the changes. You have been in the downward spiral for way too freaking long. Refocus and move towards action. Fill out that form. That'd be great for you. The future is shining brightly. You're living through the breakdown of a relationship which was based on one person protecting or teaching the other. Let go, experience your grief and heal. Cry and light will shine again. Liberate your emotions and you liberate your soul. Wow, they're very profound this evening. Grace Grella. Girlfriend. You know, I really love you, Grace. Okay, here we go. Words of wisdom. For the fabulous Grace Grella. Words of wisdom. For the fabulous Grace Grella. Words of wisdom. For the fabulous Grace Grella. Number 55, the angel of intellectual lucidity. You are an awesome multitasker, and you've learned to balance several situations simultaneously, but so much more can be accomplished when you finally decide. Be deliberate in your actions and think before you act. Step back and take a good, hard, objective look from outside yourself at your situation. Be patient. Plan your next move carefully. It is essential that you maintain harmony. Let yourself play and awaken the child inside. I don't think you have any difficulty with that. The child inside, staring wide-eyed at the wonder of the world. Be flexible and adventurous. It will fuel your imagination. You can't see the bottom of the pond when the surface is turbulent. Escape from it all, if even for a second. Expect blank space, Grace. My refuge. Blank space. Escape from it all, even if for a second. Expect to receive acknowledgement and reassuring news. Pleasure and amusement can teach you a great deal as long as you are willing to pay attention. Here is the entrance of other on the physical level, the recognition of choice, of alternatives, and the action in relationship to that choice. The search here is for means of growth in terms of physical health and security, work, advancement, and financial reliability. All right. Catbird angel. All right, 3 nice, really deep breaths and get really focused. Just let go of everything. Focus on your connection to the light. All right, words of wisdom for my friend Catbird. Words of wisdom for my friend Catbird. Words of wisdom for my friend Catbird. Focus hard. Number 6, the angel of light and understanding. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten this card for myself. So impatient and narrow-minded. If you want your dreams to become realities, they need to be fueled by focused intent, willpower, and energy. Be in a state of gratitude for your many blessings. You will always see positive improvement in every situation, even the ones that seem negative at the moment. You just have to keep trying. Never, never, never give up. When you love, be willing to share it. Be thankful for everything and everyone you have. Focus on the smaller things in life and appreciate the things that really count. Joy is so powerful, it can't be stopped. But the world and its relentless pressures can obscure the brilliance of light. This creates a need to learn to appreciate what you have. Find your own happiness regardless of others' opinions. Yeah, these guys are so... okay, let's see. All right, Natalie, I see you. I'll get you after this one. All right, Jason, here we go. All right, bring those scattered thoughts in. Single-minded, single point focus. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jason. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jason. Words of wisdom for my good friend Jason. Number 48, the angel of fertility. You are experiencing worry, anxiety, and fear, feeling timid, insecure, and defensive. Allow yourself to feel it. You know, that's the thing. Yeah, allow yourself to feel it. Look at your deepest desires and recognize which has heart and passion and enough meaning and power to sustain you. Now, focus all your energy on it. Think of your mind like a magnifying glass. This is the best metaphor, man. Bring the scattered light of all your ideas down to a single concentrated point that catches the fire and breaks through. Experience your determination to create something from your dreams and do something with them. A surprise event is coming. Happy, happy. It will be auspicious and improve your screwy attitude. A definite change for the better. You are on the right track. Waste no time. Success is for the patient. Look for the signs of success and follow it through. Never give up. Even when the going gets tough, especially when the going gets tough. Offer your insecurity up in prayer, and it will be replaced with spiritual strength. Offer that up to the source. Just give it all right to them. All right. Natalie, this one's for you, girl. Yep, Diane, I see you. I'll get you next. No, Lahel is not synonymous with Lucifer. Every one of these angels is an aspect. It's an angelic manifestation of the name of God. So like these are 72 aspects that all, like when we made the end of the meditation where everything went bright light, that was being in the presence of God. That was being in the source. That was being home. Again, and that really has nothing to do with Lucifer. All right. Get nice and focused, Nat. Words of wisdom. Kudos for your practice. Keep up the good work. That's from the angels. Kudos for your practice. Keep up the good work. Words of wisdom. For my friend Natalie. Words of wisdom for my friend Natalie. Words of wisdom for my friend Natalie. Number 14, the angel of truth, liberty, and justice. Let's call this the Superman card. Freedom has arrived. Look with and that's the truth. You just bought yourself entry into a whole nother universe. Look with objective, open eyes and see clearly how you have created the situation you are experiencing. Free yourself from these oppressive circumstances. Blend your creativity and imagination and your logic and reason. See things clearly and use your powers to transform your situation. You can turn this thing around. Recognize where in your life you have power and rebuild your self-confidence. Well, that should be obvious. You have a tremendous potential for focusing on innovative ideas and releasing the necessary burst of energy. You know, yeah. Okay, stop backing yourself into a corner and deliberately trying to get yourself into seemingly impossible situations in order to force a really creative solution. Liberate yourself using your intuition and ingenuity. Know that you will soon be free to fly like the wind. Believe and trust that there will be relaxation from all your tension and fears as the pressures ease off and the whole situation just seems to turn around. Excellent. Okay, Diane. All you guys, way welcome. Catbird, Nat, Linda, everybody, Arnie, Whitney, Alana. I know I'm missing people, sorry. All right, here we go. Words of wisdom for my friend Diane. Words of wisdom for my friend Diane. Words of wisdom for my friend Diane. Number 15, the angel of purification. Carefully review your situation now. Laser focus on your priorities and full steam ahead. Face your fears head on. Feel your grief and take time to heal. Complete the process by transmuting your loss and pain. Experience pain. Identify the source of the emotions you're experiencing, and then you will know what core belief it is you must change. Stress and depression are the last despair of your reason before birth of new possibilities. They break through from the unconscious and flow freely. Prioritize now what is most important for you to complete. Immerse yourself completely and totally in your work. Have faith in yourself and the path that you have committed to. Mind is now keenly aware of self and of the magnitude of what it is asked to be privy to. It is asked for and been given access to a level of knowledge which has a commensurate level of responsibility that now demands the letter of the law. The more you know, the more you owe, and the more you know you do not know and never will, man. The smarter we get, the dumber we are. And I embrace that with joy. All right. I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think that's everybody, man. Wow, what an amazing journey, you guys. What a super crazy, amazing journey. And I hope you've enjoyed it and grown from it. And I hope you're giving of your time and your energy, make this help make it a little better. And you took something away useful for your evolution and your joy and your connection to the source. So, I think next week I will be taking a week off and just kind of regrouping As it stands right now, I'll be coming back week after that with kind of a new, refreshed mode, and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm glad you guys want to continue on. As always, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the comment down below, man. It really does help, actually. And yeah, let's see. Oh, by the way, if anybody out there wants to connect with me up on Facebook, I left a link at the top of the chat thing. It's wizard.odd, actually. Anyway, just click on the link at the top. I'd love to hook up and be friends, keep you abreast of what's going on. And that's about it. So without further ado, and with absolute gratitude to all of you, thank you very much. We close our circle for this evening. It's with joy and gratitude that we conclude our meeting for this evening and bid everyone a happy farewell and safe journey home. We so thank the angels, all of them, for showing up to share their light and their joy with us this evening, their truth and their love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next time, close our circle.